Did you know the Himalayas are so massive that they have a direct impact on the climate of the entire world? Now, that's a statement worthy of the grandeur of these majestic mountains. Let's start our journey with the birth of the Himalayas, an event that unfolded around 70 million years ago. Imagine two colossal landmasses, the Indo-Australian and Eurasian plates, colliding with such force that it gave birth to the highest peaks on our planet. The Himalayas are a testament to the raw power of nature, a visible scar on the Earth's crust, reminding us of the dynamic world we inhabit. These mountains are not just a geographical marvel, they are a lifeline. These towering peaks act as a natural barrier, influencing the climate of the entire Asian continent. They shield the Indian subcontinent from the cold Arctic winds, while their height affects the patterns of the monsoon winds, thus playing a crucial role in the region's rainfall. Now, let's talk about the crowning glory of the Himalayas, Mount Everest. Standing tall at 29,031 feet, it's a sight that leaves even the most seasoned climbers breathless. And not just because of the altitude. It's a symbol of human resilience, a challenge that beckons to the spirit of adventure in us all. But Everest is just one of the 14 peaks in the Himalayas that stand over 8,000 meters high. Each of these peaks has its own unique allure, from the treacherous slopes of K2, the second highest peak, to the beautiful pyramid of Kanchenjunga, the third highest. These mountains are more than just rock and ice. They're the stuff of legend, the ultimate test of human endurance. The Himalayas are a source of awe and inspiration, a testament to the grandeur of nature and the indomitable spirit of mankind. But they also remind us of our responsibility to preserve and respect our planet. For these mountains are not just a geographical feature, they are a critical part of our global ecosystem. Stay tuned as we uncover more fascinating facts about this geological marvel. Beyond the towering peaks, the Himalayas are also home to diverse cultures and ancient traditions. As we journey from the snow-capped summits down to the quaint settlements nestled within the valleys, we find a tapestry of cultures, each one as unique and vibrant as the landscapes that cradle them. In the shadows of these majestic mountains, civilizations have thrived and cultures have developed, influenced by the towering peaks and the life-giving rivers that flow from them. Each region, each village, each home carries its own tale, woven into the fabric of the Himalayas. Take, for instance, the Sherpas of Nepal, the unsung heroes of the Himalayas. Known for their strength, endurance, and mountaineering skills, Sherpas have been an integral part of many successful expeditions to the highest peaks. Their lives are interwoven with the mountains, their traditions and beliefs shaped by the awe-inspiring landscape that surrounds them. And then there are the Monpas of Arunachal Pradesh, who have carried forward the ancient traditions of Mahayana Buddhism. Their monasteries, perched on cliffs, overlook the vast mountain ranges, a testament to their unwavering faith and resilience. Venture further, and you'll find the Baltis of Pakistan, their unique culture and language influenced by their Tibetan and Central Asian ancestors. Their festivals, steeped in tradition and color, echo through the valleys, bringing warmth to the otherwise harsh and cold landscape. But it's not just about the people. The Himalayas are also home to a plethora of languages, with over 100 different dialects spoken across the region. This linguistic diversity is a testament to the cultural richness of the Himalayas, each dialect a thread in the intricate cultural mosaic of this mountainous region. And let's not forget the vibrant festivals that breathe life into these remote corners of the world. From the Tiji festival in Mustang, Nepal, to the Losar New Year celebrations in Ladakh, India, these festivals are a riot of color, tradition, and joy, a celebration of life in the shadow of the mountains. From monasteries perched on cliffs to vibrant festivals, the Himalayas are a cultural treasure trove. A journey through this region is not just a geographic expedition, but a voyage through time and tradition, an exploration of the human spirit in all its resilience and adaptability. Ever heard of the term conquering a mountain? Well, the Himalayas have been the ultimate quest for adventurers across the centuries. This colossal canvas of rock and ice has been the stage where the human spirit has tested its mettle against nature's might. The mountains beckoned and adventurers answered. Mountaineering in the Himalayas was born out of a blend of curiosity, challenge, and the sheer thrill of the unknown. The history of scaling these giants is as varied and vibrant as the peaks themselves. From the early explorers in the late 18th century who ventured into the unknown, to the Sherpa Tenzing Norgay and Sir Edmund Hillary duo who first set foot on Everest summit in 1953, the Himalayas have been a theater of human endurance and determination. The thrill of the climb, the camaraderie among climbers, the battle against the elements, the joy of the summit and the humbling descent, it's a journey that mirrors life itself. Climbers from all walks of life, from different corners of the world, have been drawn to these mountains. The Himalayas have borne witness to countless tales of triumph and tragedy, of dreams realized and hopes dashed. Scaling these peaks is no mere sport. It's a dance with nature, a test of one's limits, and a quest for a sense of achievement that's beyond the ordinary. The allure of the Himalayas isn't just in their height or their daunting appearance, but in the stories they hold, the challenges they present, and the lessons they teach. But remember, these mountains aren't conquered. They're merely borrowed from nature for a brief moment of glory. Respect for the mountains and their environment should always be at the heart of every adventure. For every step taken upwards, a commitment to preserving these majestic peaks and their fragile ecosystems should be reaffirmed. The Himalayas continue to enthrall and challenge adventure seekers from around the world. Their call is irresistible, their allure undeniable. And for those who dare to dream, the reward is an adventure of a lifetime. The Himalayas are not just rocks and ice. They're a biodiversity hotspot teeming with unique species. Picture a colossal outdoor library, a living museum filled not with books, but with a myriad of life forms. Each species, a unique story of evolution, adaptation, and survival, contributing to an intricate web of life that spans across the Himalayan region. From the dense subtropical forests at the base to the alpine meadows and barren snow deserts higher up, the Himalayas are a marvel of ecological diversity. This gradient of ecosystems houses an incredible array of flora and fauna, many of which are found nowhere else in the world. In the lush green forests, one can find the elusive snow leopard, the red panda, and the Himalayan black bear. These forests are also home to over 600 species of birds, some of which migrate from as far as Siberia and Central Asia to breed in these safe havens. The alpine meadows are a botanical paradise, adorned with a vibrant tapestry of flowers, including the iconic blue poppy and the rhododendron, the national flower of Nepal. These meadows serve as grazing grounds for species like the Himalayan tahr and the blue sheep. Higher up, in the harsh cold deserts, life persists against all odds. The Tibetan antelope, the Himalayan marmot, and the snowfinch have all adapted to thrive in these extreme conditions. And yet, the Himalayan biodiversity is under threat, with numerous species teetering on the brink of extinction. Climate change, habitat loss, and human-wildlife conflict are some of the challenges these species face. But there's hope. Conservation efforts are underway to preserve this rich biodiversity. From creating protected areas to involving local communities in conservation, steps are being taken to ensure that this living museum of natural history continues to thrive. The Himalayas are a living museum of natural history, with each species playing a crucial role in the ecosystem. Every creature, every plant, every tiny microbe, they all contribute to the symphony of life that is the Himalayas. And we, as stewards of this planet, have the responsibility to ensure that this symphony continues to play for generations to come. But this majestic range is under threat due to climate change and human activities. As we've journeyed through the grandeur of the Great Himalayas, we must recognize the looming shadow of danger that threatens to mar its beauty. Climate change is not just a global concern, but a local reality for the Himalayan ecosystem. The rise in global temperatures is causing the glaciers to retreat at an alarming rate. This in turn threatens the water supply for hundreds of millions of people who rely on these icy reservoirs. The melting glaciers also pose the risk of glacial lake outburst floods, a devastating phenomenon that can wipe out entire communities. Human activities are equally to blame. Uncontrolled tourism, deforestation, and unsustainable practices are disturbing the delicate balance of this ecosystem. The very biodiversity we marvel at is at risk, with species facing habitat loss and potential extinction. The unique cultures and traditions rooted deep in these mountains are also feeling the impact, with climate-induced changes affecting their way of life. But it's not all doom and gloom. There is a call to action, a call to preserve the integrity of the Great Himalayas. Conservation efforts are underway. Governments, nonprofit organizations, and local communities are joining hands, implementing measures to combat the effects of climate change and regulate human activities. From reforestation initiatives to sustainable tourism practices, these measures aim to protect the biodiversity and ensure the survival of the local cultures. Scientists are conducting research to better understand the impacts of climate change on this region and develop strategies to mitigate them. The Himalayas, these mighty sentinels of stone and ice, have stood the test of time. Now, they need our help. We must rise to the occasion for the sake of our planet, for the sake of the hundreds of millions of lives that depend on these mountains. It's time to cherish and protect this global treasure.